Drinking while pregnant? Really? Well, you've heard the warnings, but now a provocative new study suggests it's challenging that conventional wisdom. Medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen is joining us to talk a little bit more about it and certainly put it into context. Okay, so drinking while pregnant, clearly there are some limits to this, I would imagine.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Heidi, everybody agrees that heavy drinking during pregnancy is terrible. Really bad idea. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Your kid can be messed up in all sorts of ways.
Right.
But what people are beginning to question is, how about light drinking? How about having a drink or two a week, let's say, while you're pregnant? And so what this study out of the United Kingdom found is that, in fact, the children of these women, they were okay as far as behavioral and cognitive things go. They didn't have emotional problems. They didn't have cognitive problems. In fact, I almost hesitate to say this, according to this study, some of those kids did better than the moms who abstain, the children of the moms who abstained.
Yeah,
so,
well, of course it's scary to say these things because you don't want anybody to go to the extreme in any way. But I wonder a couple things. Does it matter what drinks we're talking about? Because we do talk about wine being sort of a natural anticoagulant and the blood flows better. And again, 1 or 2 drinks a week in the second or third trimester. Is that right?
Right. Well, let me take this back a bit. You ask a good question. It didn't really seem to matter what the type of alcohol was. That didn't really seem to matter. But let me talk for a minute about what obstetricians in the United States say, even with this study, even with other studies that might have found sort of similar things. This is what obstetricians in the United States say. They say women should avoid alcohol entirely while drinking or trying to conceive. I mean, really, it could not be more clear than that. So there you go.
Yep, that is very clear. And then in the UK, they say something different?
Something a little bit different. It's interesting. There's a group that the government runs that basically gives advice to practitioners about what to tell their patients, okay? So this group says this. They say, number one, in the second and third trimester, if you're going to drink, don't have more than 1 to 2 drinks once or twice a week. In the first trimester, they say do not drink at all because there's a serious risk of miscarriage. So you can see that the Americans and the Brits say very different things. But everyone basically agrees, look, if you want to be safe, don't drink at all.
Yeah,
that's really the solution. Don't drink at all when you're pregnant. That's a sure thing.
All right. Well, we always got to watch these studies very closely and make sure you understand what they're trying to say. All right, Elizabeth Cohen, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks.